What up, y'all? Making this video today because I am installing some painted fender flares on that look like this. Took the old ones off that look like this. I just got started on the front, but so a couple little problems I ran into, some things to keep in mind before you start something like this, because I've seen some videos online of people taking the fenders off, no one really ever putting anyone's back on. Depending on who you buy these from, I got these on Craigslist for $100. But depending on who you buy it from, you might not get all the little clips and everything else that's in there, so just beware of that. And that's why I'm going to show you in this video some of the little minor things to watch out for so you can save all your parts and not have to run to the parts store. Some things you will need though. You will need a 10mm socket and one of these. If you don't have one of these, you might as well go to the parts store now. Other than that, it's really the only other thing that you're going to desperately need from the parts store. You could pick up a bunch of these there too, but I didn't go today. I was able to save everything, and I'm going to show you how to do it. When I took the old fenders out and the old lights, I hit these with a little VHT night shades. Let's see, these right over there. And then I do recommend, after, it's kind of hard to see, it doesn't look like it has a coating on it at all, but it's there, it's pretty good. It just looks shitty on camera. There, that's like a better view. But definitely hit it with some enamel afterwards, and that actually seals it up really well, and that shit won't scratch off or fade. You know. Alright, so there's 6 bolts. You've probably seen videos taking fenders off. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3 right up there, and then 4, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 is in this little hole you can't see, and 6 is right there. Those are the only 6 bolts you need to take off of the inner fender. You do have to just pop these ones off. It doesn't really matter when you do it, if you do it after you get the fender off or not. I'd recommend doing it after you get the fender off, that way you can work on it on like a bench or something. And then don't forget, before you do everything too, there's this little guy right here. Pop that one off too, make sure you do that. And yeah, so I'm gonna get those undone. You gotta DC this light up here in here too, and you can see there's a little tab. If I can get the camera in there now, but there's a little tab right there. You pry in that tab and wiggle her out. Try not to scratch the paint too much, but just light pressure. That's why this tool is important. You'll pop most of them out. I think I broke one on the other side. It's not a big deal though. If you do come in on the side like this, you can see the way this thing is. The way this thing is shaped, if you come in at this angle on the side like that, you actually kind of fuck up the mechanism. So if you come, you know, kind of perpendicular with it, whatever the fuck it is, you get right under there and you're less likely to break it. Just get the rest of these off. Okay, so here comes the next royal pain in the ass. All these little, I think they're called Christmas tree rivets or some shit like that, I don't fucking know. They're a pain in the ass. They aren't easy to get off. You can see in my situation, I have to take all these out because I have to remove both of these inner fenders from my outer fender, because like I said, when I bought it, they came all separate. Oh shit, I'm all zoomed in here. But if you're lucky enough, whoever sold them to you kept all this shit intact, then you're in business and you have no worries. But with these guys, I recommend taking just a little penetrating oil or some WD-40, because I got so much dirt and shit in there, it actually clogs the thing up and doesn't let it, you know, release in there. Also kind of lubes it up so it slips out real nice. So I'm gonna hit all these real quick. After I do that, things you might also need a razor blade or something, or a knife, either way. A pair of side cutters. And again, this thing again, the objective here is to try and save all these little bastards so that you can use them again. Sometimes, I don't know if I can really hold the camera and do this, but sometimes you could just get this under there and work it, and you could pry it off, and a lot of the time you can't. So another option you could try is using the side cutters like this, and I'm not going to do it, I'm just going to show you, but you wedge them under there like that to try and get it, kind of beats it up. And if it's even tighter than that, like these are really fucking tight, just use an X-Acto knife, and if you get just under it enough like that, you can pry it just enough to fit your forks under there, and it'll pry right up, and you just go real nice and easy. So, fucking thing. All right. So you can see These do just pry nice and slow, and they come right out like that. You can see still intact, and then they just go right back in when you're ready to do the next ones. Push on the end and it locks it in place. So I have a little bag here, and I've been saving every little nut that I took off, or bolt that I took off on the fender, as well as all those little tabs. I threw in this bag, and I brought it over here on my little workbench, aka truck tailgate, and that way I can keep everything organized, and then put the new shit up here, remember exactly where everything went, pop everything back in, we're good to go. So same thing, there's all these little guys here. These are super easy to get off versus these jobs. Line this thing up, okay? This is that second fender portion I put on there. See this little triangle, and then there's this little tab that kind of comes off where the light's at. You just want to make sure that you get that. Okay, hold on a minute. In between there like that, so that it kind of locks on there, which it really doesn't, but that'll start lining everything up for you, and you can see all the holes kind of lining up. And then you just pop all your tabs right back in where you pulled them out from. Real easy, they just slide in like that. But you want to get them all, except for the last one. The last one is where that other little push rivet goes. And both of these were broke anyway, so it don't fucking matter, but whatever. I'm installed. Just gonna line it up with the Jeep. Put that in there, and then line up all your little holes like that. And give her a push, and it snaps right in real easily. And then you just put in your 6 bolts up in there, and reconnect your light. You're done. At least for the rear fenders, it's actually a lot easier. Again, it's a pain in the ass for me because I bought parts that were all separated, so I had to get all these little pieces out of my factory shit to be able to get that other factory shit on there. So there's more of these little push rivet things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think the 6th one right there. I think there's 6 total. You gotta pop all those first, and then same thing, you just grab the corner of the fender, ask her to come over here, and it pops right off. Same deal with the front. So a little update here. I actually took the inner fenders out, left them out, because I got lazy. They're actually really sturdy, even without the inner fenders. It makes no fucking difference whatsoever. I'm probably gonna change the fenders eventually one day anyway, so I don't really care. You know, it's not like it's protecting the engine bay anyway. All this shit's covered in mud anyway, so clearly it doesn't make any difference. You know, as for the front, a little more important to have the fender liners in there, protect the engine bay. But yeah, it's not too hard, just a little time consuming and eats up your fingers trying to get all those little tabs, but I think it looks much better, you know, for $100. Can't complain.